How have you helped someone without embarrassing them? I first noticed something was wrong with Erica in July last year. We worked at the same office for 3 years, and she usually brought lunch from home. That month, she started skipping lunch altogether. When our team ordered takeout on Fridays, she always had an excuse. I watched her drink water and eat saltine crackers at her desk instead. We weren't close friends, just cubicle neighbors who exchanged small talk about our kids. She had 3 children in elementary and middle school. I had 2 high schoolers. Our conversation stayed surface level until I overheard her phone call in the break room. She was telling someone quietly that she knew they needed the graphing calculator for math and that they would figure something out. She didn't see me enter, and I stepped back out to give her privacy. Later that day, she looked up supply lists on her computer. When she saw the prices, she closed the browser quickly and rubbed her temples. The next morning, our manager announced the quarterly performance reports. Everyone on our floor met their targets except for one team. Erica belonged to that team. Our company had a policy that teams below target couldn't receive their usual quarterly bonuses. This happened right before school started, when parents needed extra money the most. That evening, I stopped at Target and bought a $300 gift card with my own money. The following day, I spoke to our office manager, Milana, about creating a small back-to-school raffle for the staff. Milana told me the company didn't have budget for that. I explained I already had the prize, a gift card I'd received but couldn't use. Milana agreed to announce it as a morale booster. We set up a jar for people to drop their names in the break room. On Friday, Milana held the drawing during lunch. Most of the office gathered around as she mixed up the paper slips and pulled one out and announced that I had won. I acted surprised as people congratulated me. Erica smiled politely from the back of the room. After everyone dispersed, I approached her desk. I told her this was great timing, but my kids had already finished their school shopping last weekend, and asked if she would be able to use it since her kids were younger and probably needed more supplies. Erica hesitated and said she couldn't take it from me. I told her it would honestly help me out, claiming that Alan gave me grief about how much I already spent on the kids, and if I brought home more stuff, he'd never let me hear the end of it. This wasn't true. Alan and I had been divorced for 2 years, but the white lie worked. Erica accepted the card with a small nod. Thank you. This will help a lot. The following Monday, our coworker Trey came to my desk with a confused expression. He mentioned that his wife worked at the Target where the gift card was purchased and had seen me buying it myself. He asked if there was even a real raffle. I pulled him away from nearby desks and explained the situation without mentioning Erica specifically. Trey promised to keep it quiet, but by Wednesday, I noticed side glances from other colleagues. Someone had talked. During lunch, Megan from HR called me into her office. She'd heard rumors about a fake raffle and wanted to know if company resources had been misused. When I returned to my desk, Erica was standing there clutching her purse. She asked if I got in trouble because of her. I told her everything was fine. She placed the gift card on my desk still in its original packaging. I can't accept charity, she said quietly. I assured her it wasn't charity, just parents helping parents. She hesitated, then took the card back and returned to her desk without another word. The next day, Erica didn't come to work. She called in sick the day after that. I worried I'd embarrassed her despite my intentions. On Monday, she returned but barely spoke to anyone. At lunch, she sat alone in the break room again. I joined her with my sandwich, talking about nothing important. By the end of lunch, she mentioned her kids were excited about their new school supplies. She told me her daughter couldn't believe she got the exact binder she wanted. In September, our office started a new project that required late hours. Erica worked later than anyone, taking on extra tasks. In October, our manager announced that their team exceeded their targets for the first time in 2 quarters. Everyone would receive their full bonuses before Thanksgiving. I noticed Erica staying late one evening in November. She appeared to be wrapping something at her desk. The next morning, I found a small gift bag on my chair with a Starbucks gift card and a note that simply said, "Thank you." During my last week, Erica invited me to lunch outside the office. As we ate, she handed me an envelope. Inside was a photo of her 3 children, smiling in their back-to-school outfits from the previous fall. She explained that she never told me why my help meant so much. When she was growing up, her mom couldn't afford school supplies. She had to use donated items that were clearly marked as charity. Kids called her welfare girl for years.